Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. So I just wanted to go into a lesson, and I'm not, sure what I'm going to entitle this. We'll see where the Spirit leads. We'll also see whether I upload this on a different platform or not, okay? Because certain things you can't talk about, and, the N-Dub being one of them. Apparently she's a protected class, in the mind of Esau, Edom, when it comes to rebuke and reproof, okay? But we'll see, where the Spirit leads, all right? But, it's based upon what's going on in the boxing world. Okay, you have a boxer, by the name of Clarissa Shields. Some of you people might have heard of her. She's a pretty good female boxer, but she's, calling out men. Actually wanting to challenge men to boxing matches. And then she has it in her mind that she can actually whoop them. Hey man, the N-Dub, she's done. She's completely out of her mind. You wasting your time, trying to have her get on board with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's program. Okay, she cannot be rehabilitated. All right, and I want to look this word rehabilitate up. This is the definition of rehabilitate. This is from the freedictionary.com. It says to restore to good health or useful life, as through therapy or education, which the education in this case would be the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But the so-called black woman, she ain't going to accept this. Okay, she has wholeheartedly attached herself to the doctrine of the serpent. Okay, real quick, let me bring this out. This is Job 39:17. It says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So these women out here, they completely gone. Okay, the N-Dub in particular. All right, and if the shoe fits, like the Apostle Gabar, says, take it off and wear another pair. All right, the Most High has deprived the woman of wisdom. Okay, she does not have understanding. The majority of these so-called black women out here, they completely gone, just like her. And this is the only kind of woman, that you're going to see making statements like this, okay, or trying to challenge a man, okay, because in the mind of the so-called black woman, men and women are equal. Really, she's above the man, okay, because another thing that she did, she called out, Jake Paul, all right, which is another man. He's not a professional boxer. He's a celebrity amateur boxer. Okay, but nevertheless, he's still a man. He still has more strength than she does, but she still has the nerve and the gall to call him out. Okay, and saying that she can beat him. You only gonna see the N-Dub doing that, man. And the reason for that is because, like I said earlier, she has completely attached herself to the doctrine of the serpent. Okay, you wouldn't see this going down in ancient time. Because a woman knew her place. She knew that she would not be able to stand toe-to-toe with a man. Okay, but here in Babylon, all right, under the authority of Esau, Edom, especially the so-called black woman, okay, she has that in her mind that she can beat a man up. All right, that's why you see her getting in men's faces, cursing them out, calling them bees and all that. And all it would take is that man to give one little right hook and you going down, So back to this word rehabilitate, to restore to good health. Hey, you cannot rehabilitate the N-Dub. All right, you wasting your time trying to do it like her. If you sit down and talk to her and tell her, look, hey, women are weaker than men. Okay, our bone density is higher than yours. We have more strength than you do. It's going to go in one ear and out the other, like it does the majority of these N-Dubs, man. Okay. So you can't rehabilitate her. She's done. Forget about her, man. All right. The majority of so-called black women, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to put them to death. Okay, for this very reason, because they cannot be rehabilitated. They ain't gonna get on board the program of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, they got a real heavy masculine spirit on them, man. Well, she ain't putting that off for nothing. Okay, it says to restore to good health or useful life. Okay, and what's the usefulness of a woman? She's supposed to play a role as the helpmeet of a man. Okay, but you tell a woman that nowadays, she gets offended. You know, you tell her that she's supposed to submit to her man. Oh, submit. That's like a curse word. That's worse than you calling her a B. Okay. Are you using a racial slur towards her? Submit, telling her to submit. That's the worst thing that you can say to a woman nowadays, especially the so-called black woman. Okay. It says to restore to good health or useful life as through therapy or education, which the therapy and the education comes from the scriptures. That's the last thing she gonna resort to. Okay, because if these women were, you know, into the Bible and into following Yahweh Shem Yahushai, first of all, they wouldn't be fighting. Okay. And me personally, I don't even like watching, you know, women boxers or women fighters, you know, the MMA. You know, it's real unbecoming for a woman to get up there and stand toe to toe and fight like men. You know, it says to cause to be regarded again in a positive way, reestablish esteem for it's over for her. Okay, she does not want to be looked at in a positive light. Okay, she wants to be a man. All right, that's why she does the things that a man can do. You know, she wants to take on the role of a man. All right, it says to restore the former rank, privileges, or rights of a, and the so-called black woman ain't doing that. Okay, you ain't gonna get her to do that. All right, because again, she has fully accepted the philosophies of the serpent. Okay, and this goes all the way back to the garden. She ain't giving that up, man. Okay, she finally is able to, you know, fully execute what the serpent told her in the garden. She ain't giving that up. This is Sirach 25 and 16. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep a house with a wicked woman. Hey, if you were a man in your right mind, you would stay far away from her. Okay, because she has it in her mind she could beat your ass. You know, so if you get into any kind of disagreement, all right, which tends to happen in relationships, okay, if you ain't a boxer, you know, and she don't look at you as somebody that's over, she gonna challenge you. You know, if she don't think that you are better than her physically, she gonna square up and she gonna throw blows with your ass, man. Okay, which is the reason why the scriptures say this. All right, I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, because those animals, they know they order, man. Okay, a lion just ain't gonna attack you out of nowhere. Okay, a lion knows what battles to pick and what battles to, you know, run away from. Okay, but with a wicked woman, she got the spiritual demon Satan on her, and whatever Satan tell her to do, she gonna execute it. Okay, just like with her challenging these men to a fight, you know, completely disregarding the biological difference between men and women. She don't care about that. All right, in her mind, she better than them. She could beat their ass. You know. It says, I'd rather dwell with a dragon. So like I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. All right. And jumping down to verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Okay. And only a woman is going to think about challenging a man, specifically the so-called black woman. All right. You don't see women of other races doing this, man. Okay. Or if they do, they might be sparring with them, you know, playfully. Okay, she just wants to see whether she can do it or not. But no, she adamant and she's serious about this, man. She actually has it in her mind that she could beat men up. Okay, and a lot of these so-called black women had that in their mind. They could beat a man's ass, you know. But the majority of dudes that they attack, they don't retaliate, you know. But hey, if you do retaliate, she gonna call her brothers, her cousins up, and they gonna come and probably put you to death. You know, hey, so it's best to just stay away from them. It says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Again, she can't be rehabilitated, man. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, which is what? She gonna get put to death. Okay, because she ain't gonna change her ways. All right, because this society allows her to conduct herself in this manner. Okay. It says, as the climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. And that's the reason why this scripture is in here. Okay? You ain't just supposed to look at a woman, you see her beauty, and then, okay, I'm a get with her. I'm gonna put all my energy and effort into trying to secure this woman. Okay? Because you ain't looking at the rest of the qualities that she has. You just captivated by her beauty. All right? But what comes with getting with this woman? Well, let's say that she, Clarissa Shields, she actually looked good. She was more attractive than she is. You just see her, oh yeah, man, she bad. I'm gonna get her. Okay? But what you don't know is that she looks at men as equal or less than her. Okay? And she will fight you. Okay? If it comes down to it, man. You're gonna catch pure hell. All right. So instead of just looking at the carnal aspects of a woman, looking at her beauty, you got to actually vet these women, man. What does she know how to do? Okay. Where is her mental state at? How does she view men? Okay. Which the majority of our people, they don't, ask these questions when they getting with these women. Then they end up in these bad situations with these women, man. All right. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Okay, that's not the only thing you're supposed to desire a woman for. A woman has a purpose. Okay, she's supposed to be a helpmeet unto you. All right, but the majority of men out here, they ain't looking for that. They just want a bad little ting on their arm. And they get what they deserve. Okay, you get a little bad thing, that's all you got her for, and then you getting mad. You catching all kind of hell with this woman, man. Okay, because you didn't look at any other aspects of her. Okay, you didn't consider that. You just want her to look good. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy heart, and a wounded heart. Slakia. A woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. And that's these women out here. Okay, especially her, man. Imagine you get down on hard times, you going through something, and she cursing your ass out. Why don't you pick yourself up? Why you gotta be so weak? And she start throwing punches at your ass, man. Okay. Hey, but that's the majority of these so-called black women out here. All right, if you going through something, she ain't gonna comfort you. All right, she gonna challenge you. She gonna leave. Or she gonna bring another dude in your house, somebody that she deems is stronger than you are. Okay. It says, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees, and then that puts you in even a more depressed state, because she putting more hell upon you, man, by not comforting you. Okay. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And that's the reason why specifically the so-called black woman is so attached to this philosophy, man. Okay, this goes all the way back to the garden. One of the things that the serpent told her, all right, is that she is equal to a man. She's above a man. Okay. And we can extrapolate that based upon what's going on right now. Okay, there's a reason why these women are so attached to that feminism BS, man. Okay, that was one of the things that the serpent told the woman. Okay, or the Most High said that you're supposed to be on this level when it comes to the man. No, really, you on equal footing with a man. Really, you're above him. Okay. Oh, look, see, you the one that push out the babies. You give life. Really, you the goddess. This is Genesis 3, and let's start at 1. Okay, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Which the serpent, when you look it up, they ain't talking about a snake. Okay, that's Christian dogma. All right, it was actual serpent, walking around on 4 legs, and then he came and spoke to Eve. Serpents don't talk. Okay, when you look up the word serpent in the dictionary, you probably got to get an older dictionary. The definition is a treacherous person. All right, which you look up that word treacherous, it goes into somebody deceitful, somebody that's fraudulent. Okay, which that's a so-called white man. All right, when you look this up in the Hebrew, okay, the root word of that word serpent No, it's escaping me right now. Well, let's just look it up. Yeah, the word is Strong's H5175, Nakash, okay, which is serpent. You know, and then you have Strong's H5172, okay, which is Nachash, and it says to practice divination, to divine, observe signs, learn by experience, diligently observe, practice fortune telling, take as an omen. If that's not what so-called black women, really all these women are into, hey, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, and they got that directly from the serpent. Okay, which basically this is rebellion against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, which part of that rebellion is not accepting their order. Okay, so back in Genesis 3:1, it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And again, the serpent was a man. He wasn't no animal. Okay, it says, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, which the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah power had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High hath said, ye shall not eat it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Okay, and the tree that was in the midst of the garden was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Okay, was the serpent. He knew both sides. All right, and that's why he was able to beguile this woman. Okay, it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for the Most High doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And that's all he had to say. Okay, that's the reason why you hear these women talk about they the goddess, you know, or really the creator is a woman. All right, or the creator energy is feminine. That goes back to the serpent. Okay, because part of that, you know, philosophy that she received when she ate that fruit was that really women are above men. Okay, you don't gotta listen to what your man tells you to do. You ain't under your man. Your man should be telling you what to do, or you should be telling your man what to do. Okay, that's why that, you know, doctrine is real prevalent amongst these women. All right, well, you got another, you know, so-called woman out here. What was her name? Princella. She's spewing that madness too. You know, saying the woman's really God, the woman's creator. You know, really the women, you above the men. You shouldn't be listening to them. Men are unstable and all this madness. You know, that goes back to the serpent. All right, and these women wholeheartedly believe that, man. Okay, that's why they running with it today. It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired, to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Okay, and see, this is the reason why these women think that they're above you. All right, she ate the fruit first. Okay, so she obtained the knowledge first, and then she gave it to her husband. All right, so she was enlightened, quote unquote, right? She was enlightened before her husband. She taught him, you know, the quote unquote proper way, according to the serpent's philosophy, man. And that's why these women think they could teach men, okay, which is completely out of order. All right, but she's not going to give it up because this is what she attached herself to in the garden. All right, it says, and the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So we're going to jump down to the 16th verse. Let's jump to 13. Genesis 3:13. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Okay, well, this is another reason why women should not be in a rulership position. Okay, she is easily influenced by outside forces, man. Okay, because if the serpent would have came to Adam with that BS, he would have rejected it. You know, but if you make something sound good to a woman and you know say it in a certain way and it touches her feelings, she gonna roll with it. Okay, regardless of if it's right or wrong. All right, if she gets a certain feeling from it, she gonna run with it. Okay, just like, you know, this feminism thing. Okay, you looking at it logically, and actually seeing the results of what happens by implementing this in a society, okay, she don't care about that, man. As long as it feels good, all right, yeah, I should be above a man. Really, men should be worshiping me. She doesn't care where that would lead a society. It makes her feel good, so she running with it. It says, in the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Okay, so the serpent became the lowest creature created, all right, which just ended up falling upon Esau, Edom. Okay, it says, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. So you're going to be the lowest creature, all right. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, which this ain't referring to the Most High taking the legs of the serpent, okay. Remember, the serpent was not a snake. No, it was not an actual snake, okay. Upon thy belly shalt thou go represents him being in a low state, all right. The Most High said he made man upright, okay. We're supposed to stand on two legs, all right, above the rest of these creatures, okay, the four-footed beasts. So if you go from being in a erect position on your belly, you in a lower state. You lower than everything out there, okay, because the Most High made man to be above the rest of creation. So you ain't in your proper role, all right, and that's Esau, okay, and this came to pass when he was in the caves, all right, but the Most High gonna run it back. You're gonna be that low creature in the kingdom as well. Okay, it says, upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life, which the dust represents confusion. That's the reason why Esau into all these different philosophies, man. Okay, as the scriptures say, least there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. This nigga into all kind of philosophies out here. All right, everything under the sun outside of the truth, Esau is into it. All right. It says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow in thy conceptions. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And the reason why the Most High told the woman that, he was reiterating to her order, okay, because something that the serpent told her was out of order with the order that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai established as her being the helpmeet. Okay, so she was trying to rule over Adam, man. So the Most High, he established the proper order again. He reiterated to the woman what her place was, man. Okay, your husband is going to rule over you. He's over you. All right, don't listen to what that serpent said. He lied to you. Okay, your man is above you. All right. But see, the serpent ran it back, and these women attached themselves to that philosophy. Again, she ain't turning back, man. She ain't gonna give this up. All right, which is the reason why the majority of them gonna get put to death. Okay, you can't rehabilitate her, man. She's done. It's over. All right. No woman in their right mind would think to challenge a man to a fight. Okay, she knows that she's weaker and that she can get severely wounded in a fight with a man. All right. This is back in the book of Sirach 25 and 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Okay, because a woman doesn't care about righteousness or wickedness. She cares about what makes her feel good. And it could be completely wicked. As long as it makes her feel good, she gonna run with it. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Okay, because she gonna spread that philosophy to the other women. All right, and it's going to cause basically what you see going on today amongst the so-called, Negro, Latino, and Native American communities. Okay, they're in complete disarray. They completely broken down. All right, and there's no order. All right, to where you have, a woman with this mentality. Okay, she can come up and beat a man up. All right, and her pushing that out there, these other women going to attach themselves to it because it's going to make them feel good. Yeah, I could beat my man up. He weak anyway. He don't lift no weights. He don't do no training. If I go into the gym and learn some kind of, martial arts, I can beat his ass. I can run him. So it says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Okay, so don't even deal with it. All right, because she gonna give you nothing but a headache. All right. So it's best to just avoid it at all costs. All right. But this mentality is going to get these women destroyed out here. This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Okay. And this is coming from a woman that's at ease, because she really has it in her mind that a man can't beat her ass. Just because his skill level is not on the same level as yours, he's not in a professional arena when it comes to boxing. He's still stronger than you. Okay. Your hits don't hurt. Well, she released how about Shimi Awashai William? I put it in a post-production. She released a video, a compilation of her sparring, with men, in practice sessions. Okay. And she actually, sees that she's actually beating up men, which it's obvious that these men weren't really serious with her, and most punches from women don't hurt anyway. Okay, so a man can take punches from a woman, he's still gonna be standing. All right, but you take a punch from him, your ass going down on the ground. Okay, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. And these women ain't gonna do that, especially the so-called black woman. All right, she out of her mind for even thinking something like this. Okay, and the rest of these women that attach themselves to that philosophy that the man is under them. Okay, really they above the man. All right. Oh, they the goddesses. They are the authors of life and all this other madness. That's spewed out. All right. You ain't giving ear to the speech of Yahweh Shem Yahushua because the Most High told you what the order of the woman is. Okay, what role she's supposed to play, and it ain't beating up men. Okay, it ain't usurping authority over the men. All right. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. And we look this up in the KJV 1611, and the legend says days above a year. So you're going to be catching hell. Okay, and the reason you're going to be catching all this hell is because you do not want to play your proper role. All right. If you would just get under a man and be under his protection, the things that's coming down here, it wouldn't be so bad for you. Okay, but you have wholeheartedly absorbed the doctrine and the philosophy of the serpent that tells you that a woman is equal or above a man. So you're gonna be out here thinking that you can beat men up. All right. When all hell break loose, she gonna be trying to go toe to toe with some of these groups out here, man. Okay, a marauder or some man come up to her and try to take what she got. She gonna get in the stance, all right, and think she gonna be able to beat his ass, man. And he gonna overpower you, all right. And that's going to keep happening to you until you get destroyed or you humble yourself. All right. So that's why it says that. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled. You're going to catch pure hell. Okay. And the reason why you're going to catch this hell is because you have accepted the philosophies of the serpent that told you that you were above a man. You ain't got to listen to what a man tells you to do. Okay. You are as strong or stronger than a man. You can overpower him. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. See, and if you was in your right mind, if these women were in their right mind, they'd be trembling right now. Okay, they would be scared. All right, they would have it on their mind that they need to get with a man. Okay, they would be praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to send them a man of the Lord. All right, but these women ain't doing that, man. Okay, they still have it in their mind that they can do bad on their own. They don't need no man. Okay, if he ain't making a certain amount of money, and she don't need to be with him, she needs him to match her financially or make more than she does for her to even consider being with him, And then on top of that, he got to have a certain occupation. All right, he can't be a bus driver or a UPS driver. He got to have a different title, something that she can respect. All right, and her respect is based upon what Esau Edom pushes out, or certain jobs that, a so-called white man wouldn't really take seriously, But if you a doctor, you making a certain amount of money, she 100% there, man. All right. But the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, the true servants of the Heavenly Father, they ain't going to have these titles, okay? They ain't going to be, lawyers, doctors en masse, okay? You might have some brothers that practice, medicine, according to Esau's system. You might have some brothers that's lawyers, all right, but that's not going to be the majority, all right. So you women, for you to survive, you're going to have to humble yourself. But you think she going to humble herself? When she got in her mind, she could beat up men that don't have proper training in the boxing arena. Okay, you think she gonna humble herself down to a man and bow down and submit, and say, like it says Isaiah 4:1, just let me take your name? She ain't gonna do that, man. All right, she gonna tell you that you gotta come correct, and which is gonna, cause her to be destroyed. She gonna have to deal with the marauders and all the other madness that's gonna be going on out here. All right, it says, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins, which that sackcloth represents a state of mourning. So that's the mentality that a real woman would be in. Okay, she would be humble. All right, if she doesn't have a man, she would be praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to, send her a man of the Lord in that day. Okay, she doesn't have one yet, or whenever Yahweh Shem Yahushai sees fit. Okay, but one of the prevailing thoughts, amongst the so-called black woman in particular, is that she don't need no man. She don't need to be married. All right. That's going to cause you a lot of trouble, because for you to survive out here, you're going to have to do a 180. You're going to have to completely change your mind. All right. And you've been telling yourself this for years. You've been getting, indoctrinated with this philosophy that you don't need no man, or men are under you. You don't need to bow down to a man or obey him or submit to him. And then all of a sudden your reality is going to be changed. Okay. And you're going to have to accept the fact that, you are going to have to bow down to a man. You are going to have to obey him. Okay. You are going to have to submit to him. If you want to survive, you're going to have to get married. All right. So that's going to cause a lot of these women to be destroyed. This is Micah 7:9. It says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because I have sinned against him. Okay, and the reason why that we are in the state that we're in is because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we paying for our sins. Okay, that's the reason why we're in the position that we're in. All right. So a man of the Lord, he's lower than the rest of the men out here. Okay, he's on a lower level. All right, which makes these women even more proud towards us. All right, because they see us as being on a low level. We don't have any of these accolades. We don't have any of these titles that are venerated in this society. Okay, we pretty much nobodies, man. So for her to bow down to an individual like us, that's the last thing she gonna do. It says, I'll bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Okay, and one of the main problems that these women have is that they're very carnal creatures. Okay, they can't really look at things spiritually. They look at things for face value. So they see us in the state that we in, especially GMS. Okay, as these other groups like to call us the Bumalites, right? We don't have these fancy garments on. We ain't all got the same clothes. All right, according to them, we look like bums. All right, which the last thing a woman's going to do is submit to a bum or somebody that doesn't look like they're affluent. All right, but these same men that you see out there on the highways and hedges, okay, that you will look at them and call them bums. If you want to be delivered, you're going to have to submit to them. All right, but see, and that's where that conflict comes in between the philosophy of the serpent and, what you have to do to be saved. All right, by following the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to execute judgment on our behalf. Okay, and when that's taking place, the Most High is going to uplift his servants to the highest status. All right, but since we're not in that status right now, okay, these women, they look down on you, because you don't have the accolades of this world. Esau hasn't lifted you up. Okay, which that's the main thing that she's worried about. Where do you stand in this society? Okay, because these women can't see the kingdom coming. The last thing on their mind is a righteous kingdom being established. All right, she's looking at things based upon what's going on now. It says, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. then she that is mine enemy shall see it. So these same women that's out here, she gonna see it. Okay, she gonna see Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai elevate you to that high status. All right, the same ones that say she don't need no man, she don't need to be married. Okay, she don't need to obey a man and submit to him. All right, she gonna see Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai executing judgment out here on your behalf and uplifting you to that higher state. Okay, and the majority of them ain't gonna be able to get with it because they have wholeheartedly accepted the philosophies of the serpent, man. All right, it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Okay, they're gonna be ashamed in that day, man. All right, because everything that we've been telling them is 100% true, and it's gonna come to pass. Okay, and when she could have got on board with it, she rejected it. All right, and continued down her path, and then her whole reality is going to change. It says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power? And these women will actually say that to you, man. You know, you think you're going to be on this high level, you're going to be some king, where your God at? You know, why don't you tell your God to put some money in your pocket? You know, why don't you tell your God to, you know, do this and do that, put you on a high level. Tell your God to, you know, stop having you be broke. You know, it says, where is the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. And that's what awaits the majority of these so-called black women. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed, man. All right, she cannot be rehabilitated. She ain't gonna cast this mindset off. All right, she ain't gonna humble herself. Okay, and bow down to a man and submit to a man. Okay, she gonna keep this philosophy and this mentality until the death. Okay, she gonna die thinking that she's above a man. All right, when all hell's breaking loose out here, man, you gonna have a lot of these MBs. All right, still trying to get up in men's faces, man. Still trying to tell you that she ain't gotta listen to what you gotta say. She ain't gotta get with you. You know. Oh, you ain't got 6 figures. Well, hey, I ain't dealing with you. You know. And what's going to happen to her? She's going to get caught out here. She's going to starve. She's going to get caught up by the cannibals. She's going to get caught up by the Gurkha troops. She's going to get caught up by these marauding groups. And she's going to get used, abused, and destroyed. All right? All because she's too proud to submit, all right, to a man of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. A man that's, you know, that's lowest in Esau society. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And we are in the beginning stages of those perilous times. All right. And you still got these women out here, okay, being proud, all right, and not wanting to submit to they men. It says, for men shall be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers. That goes for the men and the women. All right, that's the prevailing mentality amongst our people. Okay, they boasters, they proud, they covetous, whatever, you know, these celebrities have, that's what they want. Okay, and if you don't meet that standard, then they look down upon you. Okay, you broke, you know, you ain't got it. It says proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Okay, and you attach yourself to feminism as unholy. That's not godly. Okay, because it's completely against the standard and the order that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai established. Okay, women are not above men. It says without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, and that's women to a T. Okay, the scriptures tell you that she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, and that's you know the main thing that these women seek for, man. They want pleasure. Okay, and Babylon has a whole bunch of pleasures to give them. All right, she's not going to deny herself those pleasures to get down with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So what does that mean? She gonna get put to death. It says lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away, for of this sort are they which crept into houses and led captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So again, these women ain't gonna be rehabilitated, man. All right, you wasting your time sitting down trying to talk to them, okay, trying to give them scriptures. All right, women that's in the mentality of Clarissa Shields or the Prince Seller, all right, which is the majority of these women, especially the so-called black women, man. Okay, the last thing on her mind is doing what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai told her to do, playing the role that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai told her to play. The only thing left for them is for Micah 7 and 10 to be executed. Okay, this is 2 Timothy 3 and 1. I'm gonna read this in the NLT. It says, "You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times." We in the beginning stages of that, man. These women out here, they catching pure hell. Okay, but you think they're gonna come and bow down to you? You think they're gonna come and submit to you even though they going through it? No, she's still proud. Okay, she's still gonna tell you, you gotta have 6 figures. All right, you gotta make $1 million just to even get a date with her. And on that date, you gotta spend $200, $300, $400, man. You gotta take her to, Paris or something. It says, "For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at the Most High, disobedient to their parents and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred." And that's the current state of the world. Okay, nothing's holy anymore, man. Everything's fair game. You can do whatever you want. It says they will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. And that's this current society, especially amongst so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially amongst the women, especially amongst the so-called black women. They hate everything that's good, okay? Especially the order that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set up. She'd rather attach herself to what the serpent said. It says they will betray their friends, be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and love pleasure rather than the Most High. They will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. Okay, and that's these people out here, man. They always got a Bible quote on their Instagram page, oh, God first and all this. But you look at their conduct, they completely wicked. All right, the same woman that tell you she put God first, she'll tell you that she don't gotta submit to a man. And then you bring that scripture out, she'll twist it, a million ways to make it say that she don't have to submit to you. Really, that's talking about both sides. Both got to submit. You got to submit to each other. Complete madness, man. Where'd she get that from? The serpent. All right. She ain't listening to the Heavenly Father, man. It says they will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. Stay away from people like that. They are the kind who work their way into people's houses and win the confidence of vulnerable women who are burdened with the guilt of sin and controlled by various desires. Such women are forever following new teachings, but they are never able to understand the truth. Okay, which means what? Hey, Micah 7 and 10. All right. She can't be rehabilitated. The majority of them have to be put to death. All right. Since I want to go into that, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone. Shalom.